Hey everybody, welcome to the P5 worksheet. What we're working on with this worksheet is we're trying to simplify expressions. Now what we mean by expressions is that we have some variables, we have some numbers. There's no equal sign, that's the key. Remember, the difference between an expression and an equation. The expression means that there are no equal signs, and the equation means there is. We're trying to find a number for the variable. In this case, we're just trying to simplify. We're trying to put things together that can go together, and that's about it. So if we look at question number 1, you'll notice that I have a 4p, but I have nothing else that has a p on it. So 4p is just going to stay in its original position. In this case, we do have a -3 and a +10. I can put those guys together. Neither of them have a variable, so those are considered like terms. And -3 plus 10 is 7. That's as much as we can do. There's our answer. We're just putting things together that can go together. If you look at question number 3, 2v has nothing that it can add with. There are no other v's in the problem, so 2v is part of my answer. In the case of -7 plus 7, those guys make 0. I could put plus 0 here. I don't need to. 2v, just that as the answer, or 2v plus 0 would be an acceptable answer here. I would accept a plus 0 if you chose to write it down. Question number 5. Now we have two v's in the same problem. We need to put those guys together. 9 and 4, because they both have a variable on it, to the same power, I can put 9 and 4 together, get 13, and we follow that up with what their variable was. We don't change the variable when we're adding or subtracting. In the case of number 7, we have a 1. There's no other single number in here without a variable, and so 1 is going to be part of our answer. We have a 10x and a -4x. Those guys both have an x in them. We can actually combine the +10 and the -4 because they both have the same variable, same exponent. In this case, they don't have an exponent, which means the exponent is 1. And so we have a +6, and we follow that up with a variable. Now, something to get used to, something you want to get in the habit of as you get into higher and higher mathematics is you always like to have your variable term first when you have terms being added or subtracted together. So even a better answer than 1 plus 6x is 6x plus 1. Just a slightly better way to write it, but I would accept either one of them in this case for your answer. It's not going to make a big difference whether you do it either direction right now. And then the last problem, we have an x. Remember, there is a number in front of this x. It's a 1. And it can combine with the -10x. 1 minus 10 is -9. And I follow that up with its x. The 9 doesn't have a variable, and neither does the 3, which means I can put those two together. So the 9 and the 3 can add together, and those guys make 12. And there's my results. And I have my results for all my odd ones. Your job, do the even problems, send those in to me, and we'll get you rolling on the reassessment. Good luck.